It's recording right now, John.
It's not going to be clipping?
John, we're already in the Snastcast.
It's too late now.
There's no going back.
No.
Welcome to the Snastcast, the show about serious, in-depth political discussion.
Donald Trump is poopy. I don't like him.
One time I saw Donald Trump, and he was putting extra ketchup on his McDonald's hamburger.
Can you believe it? Extra ketchup of all the condiments.
I am the
How dastardly.
gracious host and grand wizard, John. Sitting across from me, we have...
I'm the secretary, Brad.
I'm the little boy,
Janitor.
Jake.
the resident little boy. And we have another special guest.
Oh, I've been
one of our
Yeah,
one of our
special regular, guests. Okay.
One of our special guests, Brad. The other one is our close friend Zerg.
Hello.
He's an angry black man.
Yeah.
I am. My ethnicity is obvious by the way my voice is sounding. Just kidding. I just like to go on both Xbox Live and dating websites, pretend I'm a black man.
At the same time.
Okay.
Catfishing is fun.
Yeah.
Catfishing is harmless, and I endorse it. I'm running for president.
Endorsed by Snastcast.
You know what? Like digital catfishing is and all that. What if you actually catfished a real catfish?
Isn't that what noodling is?
Noodling is that?
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
Like,
Noodling's legal, actually. I think in a lot of states it's legal. Yeah.
it's just stupid.
It is legal or it's
illegal. It is not legal. Meaning a police officer would put you in his car and bring you down to the jail for being, and you'd be put in the jail because you're a bad guy.
Because you're sticking your fingers in catfish's mouths.
But you just should not be sticking your fingers in things' mouths. I mean, unless it's consensual. I mean.
Did you guys ever see that?
The catfish agrees.
You ever see the video of the two guys in a lake fucking a fish?
No.
No, but I want to.
It's like a big mouth bass, and I think I saw it on Live Leak or something.
What X-video related website is it?
And the
the
weirdest part about it is
just like
it's two guys, right?
Yeah.
One guy has his dick in the fish's mouth.
Yeah.
The other guy is jerking that guy off with it.
You know.
So he's not holding the fish himself. He's having his friend
jerk
him off with
I
a
guess
fish.
anything is a pocket pussy if you believe in yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a good
Have you guys
philosophy.
ever? This is just a question. Have you guys ever jerked off into a banana peel?
That's the only way I jerk off.
No.
Good. It should be. It is. Never.
Can't say
So,
I have.
so
You're
what
not
you do
living, man.
is I actually slightly microwave the banana peel, and I would just jerk off into it. It's actually quite pleasant. I endorse it. If you're listening to this podcast right now, go eat a banana, and then once you're done, just fucking cum in it.
Or don't even eat it. Just come in it.
You could also put the banana up your butt. That's also an alternative.
The best thing about it is bananas are like the cheapest fruit.
They really are.
Yeah.
Why is that? Do you know?
I have no clue.
I wish we could have our friend who works, our two friends in produce.
Do you think they know?
I work in a grocery store and there's a lot of bananas.
Why? Are they just, maybe they're cheap to produce.
It's a surplus.
That would make
It's
sense.
kind of close compared to a lot of the other produce that you can get. Like
Apples are like one of the more expensive ones I've noticed.
Yeah.
apples, there's
Like-
different varieties and they're
Some are like $4 a pound.
Straight up.
especially if they're organic.
Okay, first of all, we're going to discuss apples. Best apple, go. I'm going to start Sweet Tango.
Fucking stole my answer, dude.
Fuck yeah! Sweet Tango Brothers!
I think I'm gonna go with that too, because one time Jake gave me a Sweet Tango apple and I never heard of it before, and that was a fucking awesome apple.
Yeah.
Speaking of apples, I was at the apple orchard today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, tried all the different apple, samples they had.
Sure.
Yeah, Macintosh, that's my second favorite one, I think.
I've never had Macintosh. Are those baking apples? No, those are like really old ones, aren't they? Those are like an older strain.
They actually originated in the 1940s.
Yeah.
I just know that because I was on like the tractor tour like through the orchard.
I personally prefer Microsoft's apples a little more than Macintosh.
The Macintosh, I don't know, the iApp was pretty great.
Yeah.
I mean, the first, you have to give them credit for making the world's first smart apple.
Right.
That's true.
I mean, I want to be, it's great to have social media integration in my fruits.
Yeah, but before I ate that Sweet Tango apple, my favorite apple was Honeycrisp.
yeah.
Honeycrisps are great too.
It's like
Just because, just because it was kind of sour. What I look for in apples is I make sure they're crisp
Yep.
and they have to be at least tart.
Little
Yeah.
tartness.
Yeah, because I've had apples where they're crisp, but it's like a Red Delicious.
Red Delicious
garbage.
are fucking. You know, actually, they were designed to be the most aesthetically pleasing apple, but they well, it's interesting to think about. That's just how much apples have changed, or like conceptions and what is interesting or what is good looking over time. Because at one point in time, that was like the perfect looking apple. Because I guess people were just fucking dumb.
Yeah, but apples though, there used to be like thousands of like different kinds of apples, you know, but
There are
just like
apples.
you know, there are still, but you know, that's really just kept alive, you know, with like
The ones
farmers
that are-
markets and like trade seeding and things like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, really, like there's only like 15 kinds of, you know, mainstream apples going around really that you can find.
Remember those apples they gave us in like middle school and high school lunch?
Fucking Red Delicious apples. The
Yeah,
one
the-
Red Deliciouses.
They're either Red Delicious apples or they're
Granny Smith.
just like mushy, or Granny Smith. Yeah. But,
Sometimes they did have Honeycrisp though. Like once or twice they would
Yeah,
actually have
special
like
days.
small Honeycrisp apples.
those were good days.
Yeah.
I just brought
But
But
most
I-
of the time they were just garbage.
I hate biting into an apple and it's just mush.
Yeah.
It's just mush in your mouth. That's just gross.
It's just like I want to bite into. The thing is, I cannot think of a single fruit I like besides maybe let's see, hummus and mashed potatoes that is like mushy that I like the texture of. Like hummus is good if you just fucking eat it mushy, but you know it's not even mushy. It's like a how do you describe hummus? Like the texture,
It's
I call
it's
it like a
creamy.
Yeah. it was-
creamy.
Yeah.
It's not like that's more
mushy
of a
isn't a
taste,
good. I guess applesauce.
but applesauce.
Yeah.
But I guess I
Like
can have
refried
applesauce.
beans are mushy.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same kind of thing.
I don't know. I guess hummus is kind of sweet.
Refried beans. They're more like it's more like a paste.
Yeah.
But it's not paste. Isn't like a taste descriptor, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even then, I don't really like those things because they're mushy. I don't like that texture.
Mushy is just not a good texture.
I used to, until very recently, like the beginning of this year, I think, I would refuse to eat spaghetti
Why?
because the texture.
Why? Oh yeah. I
I
guess.
did not like the texture of spaghetti. Like you'd eat it, right, and then as you're eating it, you just feel little slimy cylinders floating around your mouth. I just don't.
I never thought about
weird.
it. I just kind of put it in my mouth. I was like, this is a good food, and I will eat it for energy. And
Yeah,
then I will
now-
go out and get rid of the waste later.
Yeah, now today, if you gave me a plate of spaghetti, I'd eat that shit right away.
Dude, spaghetti's fucking dope.
You
Kind
know
of the opposite thing for me. Like as I've gotten older, I've just found the textures just to be like, you know, unbearable.
Of spaghetti or
Huh.
Like
what
spaghetti,
food?
just like pasta in general.
What do you think about like bow tie pasta? Like, or not like the bow tie, but the fucking spiral ass. like,
Yeah.
Uh,
Rotini.
rotini. That is a rotini pasta.
Rotini.
Yeah.
Well, I like the, you know, it can be soft, but if it just has the bumps and just like the sort of a texture to it, I guess I'll eat it more than, you know, just like straight up, you know, cylindrical, you know,
Now,
Yeah.
pasta.
I suppose.
what's everyone's favorite pasta shape?
Oh.
Mine is Campanelli.
Campanilla's pretty good. What would I go with?
what are the ones where it's like it's kind of just like a big shell?
Cannoli?
I think so.
Yeah, cannoli.
Yeah.
Or like masticholi?
Yeah,
is that-
masticholi is fucking
Yeah,
dope.
I like that.
I agree. It's like
I like. Is it rigatoni? Little tubes.
Yeah.
I love
rigatoni.
rigatoni with some pasta
And then
sauce and
penne
Parmesan.
is the one. It's like tubes, but they're cut at an angle, and they have like
No,
Yeah.
sorry. I like penne
Ribs
better.
on
Penne
it.
is fucking lit. Or the ones that you said.
the one,
Yeah.
the rib for your pleasure
Yes.
ones.
Yeah,
Wait, maybe.
The rib tubes, and they're cut kind of like at an angle, so they kind of.
any kind of pasta that you can stuff with
Your
cheese
cock.
or something else, or your cock. Any sort of pasta where you can stuff it with something. That's the pasta I
Like
like.
These ones.
Penne.
Yeah!
yeah.
Yeah! Fuck yeah, man! I have a friend who actually, his favorite food is noodles. And you're like, oh, that's not weird. I'm talking, he will just go, pour himself a nice box of noodles and eat it raw. There's crunchy noodles.
Oh,
He just
Hey,
goes,
I can't do that.
I can't either. And
way
the thing
too
is,
firm.
if you ask him about it, he goes, love the crunch. That's all we say in my house. It's go like, why the fuck are you eating that? It's go, respect the crunch, love the crunch.
Hell, dude. What kind of people you live with?
People who are on the autistic spectrum.
Well,
I'm just being real, man.
He lives in a shelter.
Are we
for
all on the
special-
autistic spectrum though?
I think spiritually, or like I'm honorarily on the autistic spectrum.
All right.
No, I believe that. I believe that every person on Earth is somewhere on the autistic spectrum. Because, it's a spectrum, so there's the side of, you're not autistic.
It's just
Being completely normal is
the
just
people who
the
are
far
clean-
side of being autistic.
The people who are clean and the people who need to be expunged.
Right. Yeah. It's like the, is that what X-Men was based off?
Autistic people?
They're just
I didn't mean to say
autistic.
normal.
They're autistic, that's why they have
I said
superpowers.
Yeah, dude.
So it's just like oh man, it's so weird. It's like, our baby, little Stevenson Stevie is just like, he's just, he's not, he's not eating his food. He's not talking. He's burning holes through the wall when he looks at them, what's wrong? Like,
Yep.
it's
I
like,
think we might have autism.
we need to send him to the special school.
Yeah, my little brother's Asperger's, and you can't look him in the eyes. You look him in the eyes, and he can inhabit your body and take control of it. So you got to be careful with that.
Yeah, it's it's a struggle to raise special ed children, especially because you break your bones at least a couple times a week.
They're dangerous.
They're very dangerous
yeah.
children.
So Zerg,
Mm-hmm.
since we're just getting to know you,
Yeah.
what's your favorite hobby?
Man, I refer to myself as a. This is gonna sound really fucking douchey, but you know what a red mage is in Final Fantasy?
No.
So I don't even like Final Fantasy that much, but red mages are essentially they're jack of all trades, masters of none kind of thing, and they just kind of do everything okay. I just have a lot of hobbies that I start and then don't go through. I really like tabletop games and role playing are my favorite. I love if you don't know what that is, like Dungeons and Dragons, except I don't really like the system that much. There are better systems. I also like non-fantasy settings, but stuff like that. I also like radio plays and podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so meta. I'm talking about podcast, not podcast, dude. Oh, I hit the bong, pass the weed.
What podcast should we talk about? Let's talk about
Redacted.
Snastcast.
You know what podcast I hate?
What?
I fucking hate this.
Redacted. Fucking.
I like Sleepy Cabin. Sleepy Cabin is kind of like
Redacted.
a big. Sleepy Cabin is kind of a big influence to me. Obviously,
This whole podcast.
I think we said in the first episode of this. Fact check me if I'm wrong, but I think we said we're based off Sleepy Cast. Obviously,
I'm pretty sure we did.
You're gonna have someone
Yeah,
who's
I don't know.
a really good listener who's just be like, dear
actually, that was
people of Snastcast, I have been a listener for many years, and I can't believe you don't even remember in episode 3 when you said you were influenced by Sleepy Cabin.
Yeah.
Get it together. Signed, Harold. Send.
Yeah.
Oh,
It would be
Harold,
a
if you're
Harold.
watching, please type that out verbatim and send it to us.
Yeah,
It would be a
Harold,
So
hit
it'll
me
be
up,
even more
man.
meta.
Do we have a email people can send stuff to?
You guys
Yeah,
should
we
do.
do.
Why
can
don't you guys make a Twitter? You guys should totally make a Twitter.
we're definitely thinking about
good
it.
idea.
It's just
What do you mean you're thinking about it? You
I
just
don't-
make an account.
I don't want to run it is the thing, and I've kind of been doing all the digital stuff, and I've been trying to get one of these guys to do it, but
Yeah,
I'll
I'll do it.
fucking do it.
Hope that works.
we can talk about that after we're done recording here, though. But what was I gonna say?
Okay, so I'd actually like to bring something up. So, I finally have like a decent job in my life, so I'm making an okay amount of money. So I'm like, I want to make a Halloween costume this year, and I want to do something cool. So I got most of the stuff, and I'm being the devil in a suit, essentially like red suit, that kind of thing. And me and John, while we were waiting to come over today, stopped into a Halloween store. Now, when I was a kid, you guys, do you remember? Did you guys ever go to Halloween stores when you were little?
Oh yeah.
And how it was crazy shit, like incredible shit, like amazing, like you're like, wow, a scary clown, look at this costume, and
This knife has blood on it.
whoa, right? Me and John went in there today. They're fucking terrible.
Yeah, it was way smaller than I thought it would be. They had way less shit. Every prop I picked up felt like I could break between my fingers.
And like the thing is that I looked at all the accessories, and most of the shit that you could get was this mimicking things you could buy at like a secondhand store or even at like Walmart.
Yeah.
Like
They had a black beanie that was labeled as a burglar beanie.
yeah, no, it was
just
a
a
Buy a
burglar.
balaclava.
So
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
honestly, just
Hey, but if
Go
you
to
want the
Walmart,
best
Bob.
Halloween costume, you just gotta, make it yourself out of decent materials.
Totally, that's what I'm
Yeah.
doing. That's why, I bought, like, an actual suit, like a red suit. I bought, new dress shoes. I bought some contacts. I got my hair cut. And, like, I got a black dress shirt and all that. But it's gonna look really good. I'm excited to wear it. But the thing is I looked online, they had, like, devil in a suit costumes. And they look terrible. They're, like, $30, and they're just fucking awful.
And
It's like,
the chances are you get it and like the fabric is paper thin.
Totally, they're paper
it's like
thin.
rips.
You brush up against something and it just rips.
Just
Like,
fucking disintegrates.
Yeah. I think
polymorph suits or whatever.
I think the market for Halloween costumes is just changing. I think it's become more predominantly children's costumes,
I think it's
And
been
if
like
you're-
that for a while, hasn't it?
Right, I think so.
not
I haven't
bad.
really been paying attention, but I would think that if you're an adult and you want to dress up for Halloween,
Right.
you're not just gonna buy a cheap costume.
No, you totally are. It's most people. I think go. Okay, this is gonna sound really conceited or really douchey. I think most people have bad taste. I think the general hot stinking opinion here. I think this gonna make me sound like a douchebag. I don't care. I think a lot of just people don't really care about quality of certain things,
Yeah,
and you're just like, well, I'm just gonna put it on like once to get drunk in it. Like, who cares? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like even though that might be true, but
which is true.
yeah,
Which is,
for
I mean,
a lot of people, like
yeah, but it's like, the thing is, I'm making a costume that, like, I can wear to different events if I want to, or I can just have for years now.
or you can use parts of it.
Well,
like,
exactly.
with your
Yeah.
suit. Like,
Well, it's a fucking bright red suit,
Well-
but I can wear that. It's a good party suit.
Yeah.
It's a good, like,
Dude.
douchey party suit, which is great.
A Halloween costume is
Chris is
really
like-
something you're just gonna wear once.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, out of like the whole, general population, who really cares all that much about, Halloween?
Right.
To like,
I guess
buy
that's
a
true.
They
suit.
should they should at least be nice enough to not fall apart right when you put them on.
Yeah.
No, I went to the store and I bought some suspenders, because I like suspenders and shit. I bought a pair of them because I'm like, oh, they have like skull and crossbones on them. That's actually kind of cool. So I put them on, and I snapped one on. And while I was opening to like snap it on, it just crumbled. There's and then it's fucking shattered in my hand.
it's fucking broke.
5 minutes. No, it was like 2 minutes after I opened the package.
The hell?
Yeah.
Where'd you get it?
Party City. Oh, sorry, redacted. You might want to. You should bleep that.
Nah, dude, fuck Party City.
Fuck Party City. I'm going on the record. Snastcast. We're coming to Party City. We're coming to you. We're coming for you. When we find you, you don't even. You can't.
We're gonna
even,
throw you a party.
We're gonna try on everything and then just leave it in the fitting room.
Snazcast is brought to you in part by Party City.
But no, I'm calling for the firebombing of all Halloween stores. No, I mean, I guess.
Have you
I
been to
guess.
Thrill Factory?
What is it?
Thrill Factory?
No.
Drill Factory.
Thrill Factory.
Oh.
What is Thrill Factory?
It's a place in by that wing place.
Oh, right, yeah.
Have
I've
you go
seen
to
it.
that big warehouse.
I've always wanted to
Oh,
go inside, but
by
everyone's
D-Spot?
like.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go inside there, but no one's really interested.
I've been in there a couple times.
How was it?
Honestly, they have a pretty huge selection, and they have a lot of expensive, high quality items that you can buy there.
Oh, like what?
Oh god, full suits and just masks
it was-
that are built well.
You can buy a giant
Wait,
dildo
really?
that you can buy.
I thought Thrill Factory was like a fucking like a bowling alley kind of place.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was too. I thought it was like Dave and Buster's because it
Is it not?
No, it's actually
has the colorful gears on the outside, so it looks like a kid's place.
no.
Oh, no, hold on. I'm looking this up.
No, it's definitely a costume place. I'm pretty sure.
What? Wait, have you
Huh.
been inside? What the fuck? Because I was like, let's go inside there. Thrill Factory.
Yeah, I think that's where you want to go for Halloween shit. You don't want to go to a store.
No, dude.
You don't want to go to a store in the mall. You want to go to the place that they rented out the entire building just to have their shit.
Oakdale.
Like, or you could just like go hardcore, cast all your props in resin yourself.
No, dude. Thrill
Yeah.
Factory is a big Thrill Factory is an amusement center, dog. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
Well, that's in Minnetonka.
No, I looked at the one in Oakdale. The one in,
It's a big Thrill Factory.
yeah.
What are you talking about, Brad? What is
There-
this place?
Brad, I think there did used to be a Halloween store right over there, though.
But no, that's
no,
not.
I'm
That's
pretty
definitely
sure
not. That's definitely not. I just looked it up though. I mean, I don't think it's that kind of place.
I went in it before. I definitely know that. God, what?
I think it used to be a Halloween store, Brad.
Okay.
I think that's what it was before they bought it.
All right. Well, I was there a year ago. And
All right.
I don't know if it's
So,
still there.
question:
Yes.
if you had to open up one kind of store, what would it be?
Yes.
All right.
One kind of store. It'd probably be a music store.
Okay.
Like that's. the thing I'd probably know most about and how to sell it. So
Yeah, totally.
Probably like a gaming store, you know, like a store that sells like Magic stuff and like board games. When I was little, I used to, me and my brother, like we had this little spot in like the corner of our entertainment room, and in that corner we would have like, you know, one of those plastic boxes, and we'd use that as like a desk, and we used to like wrap up like Yu-Gi-Oh cards in like paper, and we used to like sell them to each other for money.
That's funny.
I think. Does it have to be. I have to make it in the present day? Because if I could go back to when Blockbuster was really popular, I'd run a Blockbuster.
Why would you want to run a Blockbuster? Just curious.
Just because I'm really into movies, and I feel like I'd be able to recommend
You could
things
like,
to people.
there's like, I know there's like some really old school video stores that like are still open and people still go to them. I
adult
guess.
video stores.
It's like a small one.
I think adult video stores are even more doomed. Cause like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Because of the internet.
Totally. No, but all the adult video stores are just like, you know, in the back of like erotic stores in the middle of, you know.
Oh yeah.
Right, and
like-
they're really expensive. It's like 30, it's like, it can be like 20, 30,
Nowhere
40 bucks for
Wisconsin.
DVD.
Oh.
I don't know if Blockbuster had adult movie sections, but
I don't think
there was another franchise called Movie Gallery.
Oh yeah.
I
There was one of
Gallery.
those. There
Oh,
was
I
one of
love
those
that place.
right by my house, and I remember going. I went there all the time as a kid to go just pick out a movie off the shelf and watch it.
See, I always wanted
And
to.
I got
I-
games there all the time.
Would always walk past the black curtain and feel really guilty for even standing close to it because it said adults only. I didn't even know what was back there. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
porn. I had no
Was it
idea.
porn?
Yes, it was porn.
Sure
Of course it was porn.
It said the adult section.
Well, maybe it's just like it's like slow burn movies and like The English Patient. Like it's like really.
It's just like
Yeah.
documentaries.
It's like
I go back there, dude.
the railroad like a documentary about like
Abraham.
the fucking about like the Union Pacific Railroad. It's like
Yeah.
adults only.
That sounds interesting.
Civil War
It's
full box.
Probably,
It's a
set.
probably
documentary
is.
about-
Actually, yeah, it's the railroad. If I recall, is actually really crazy. The history of it.
Yeah. I remember my little brother would be really scared of that place because they rented out copies of It and Chucky and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh my god, I remember there was this one movie, I can't remember what it's called, but it was about, you know that movie?
If you think of what I'm thinking of,
That movie where Michael Keaton, I think, is in it, and he gets turned into a snowman?
I know exactly what you're talking about because there's Jack Frost and then there's other fucking movies.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
There's the other movie where
and
it's
it was
a
like a
killer snowman.
holographic snowman dude.
Yeah.
You walk by and he like look at you or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you-
totally was just gonna bring it up.
You walk up to it, and it looks like a normal snowman on the cover, and then you walk by it, and it turns into an evil snowman, and it looks
And they
really
came
creepy.
out like at the same time, like
Yeah.
very, very
I
close
think-
to each other.
I think the horror movie was just playing off of
Totally was.
the first movies, the family movies popularity.
There's a really fucked up scene in that where that thing like sexually assaults a woman in the shower with a carrot.
Really?
Yeah,
You've seen the movie?
No,
That's hot.
we should watch it though.
We should watch that movie.
I like how I said that after I said, "Yeah, there's a rape scene. We should totally watch it." It's not the greatest thing.
I'll watch any movie with a rape scene.
Hot dog, a rape scene.
I love carrots.
A hot dog rape scene?
My parents never let me watch rape scenes.
What the fuck?
Your
Oh yeah.
parents never did. My parents, this was like, all right, sport. You're you know, my mom will go to bed and my dad's like, all right, I'll let you watch. I'm not even gonna joke about this. I don't feel comfortable joking about a rape scene.
Damn it! I lost my train of thought.
Ha shit.
Me and my dad used to play violent video games. Like as soon as I was like 3, my dad would give me the Sega. And
Yeah, when I was a kid, my parents wouldn't let me. Well, they wouldn't let me watch. They would barely let me watch PG movies. They let me watch PG-13 movies, but they wouldn't let me watch PG movies.
What?
And they definitely wouldn't let me
What?
watch R movies.
That doesn't make any sense.
And no, I think it was the other way around. I think I could watch PG movies, but I couldn't
Because I'm
watch
like, that
PG-13
makes
movies.
no sense.
Well,
That was-
that makes sense.
that makes
more sense, yeah.
Because the PG movies were usually more family friendly than the PG-13 movies. Because the
Totally.
PG-13 movies were marketed toward teenagers. But anyway, they wouldn't let me watch any of that. They wouldn't let me watch Family Guy, Simpsons, South Park, any of that. But when my little brothers were the same age as me, they let them watch it just fine.
They're-
It didn't fucking matter.
I think they just kind of gave up. They're just like,
Yeah.
whatever. He turned out alright, I guess. And
my family used to have like this ritual, you know, where like, God, like every Sunday night we'd sit around, you know, we'd sit at the table together and we'd have a little TV like on the counter and we'd just watch the newest episode of The Simpsons.
That
That
sounds
sounds
good.
really white.
It was pretty white. And damn, was it nice.
No,
That
I-
sounds nice. It sounds.
yeah, these days I watch movies and TV shows with my parents all the time.
That wasn't me. I didn't really do that. I just played a lot of video games.
I don't find that my parents have similar tastes in movies to me. Sometimes actually I watch old movies with my mom from like the 40s just because we really appreciate the.
Yeah, my dad really likes those old black and white.
My dad
movies.
showed me
Sorry.
Oh, you can say what you were gonna say. I'm not gonna forget.
Good. Stand down. No.
Yes, Daddy.
No. Okay, I'm gonna make a point here. I told John it earlier. This is forewarning to all you kids at home. Joking about a kink is a gateway drug into developing that kink.
Yeah.
It's don't do it.
Yeah.
Who said I'm joking about it?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Good, because I'm not. No, but let's fuck.
I've been trying to avoid saying like "daddy" as a punchline and shit, so that I don't get into it.
It's gonna happen.
I'm gonna get into daddy shit now.
Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna
happening.
I'm gonna stop talking about this now.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I'm very uncomfortable.
That's why I've just been sorry. I know it's probably an annoying noise.
You know what? Everybody pick up an object in the room and start making noises with it.
The cat looks absolutely terrified.
That's been the opening to the Snastcast.
Okay,
I'm gonna get a little less retarded.
what was I talking about?
You were talking.
You were.
Probably something.
Yeah.
Jeez, Rick.
Jeez, Rick.
Morty.
You gotta fuck me, Morty.
Morty. Put in my boy pussy, Morty.
I love brick and mortar.
Sorry, brick and mortar stores.
Brick
but
and mortar.
The brick and mortar Rick and Morty store.
All right.
Also known as Etsy. So,
Now at Universal.
okay, I was gonna talk about. Oh my god, I can't remember now.
I'm gonna talk about the time I pushed my dad into an ice fishing hole and killed him.
Oh, alright.
It was really funny.
Was it?
Yeah, that was the whole story.
Oh.
Oh, that
wasn't
very exciting.
That wasn't. Are you alright? I mean.
No, I killed my dad, dude.
Oh. I mean. Shit.
Yeah, I'm thinking I want to kill
that.
other people soon.
Yeah, I think you should. I think it's very good, actually.
Drug to killing more.
It is. You know, you just kill one person, it's like, I can just do one, and then you just.
Then you do another.
You
Wow,
don't
look
just
at
do
how much
one.
human life can be wasted away.
Yeah, come on.
You know how many people exist? You can kill probably like 10,000.
It's like
Yeah,
better
breathing
for the
room.
earth.
It is.
Unless they're not breathing.
Right, well, you can just make them not breathe.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Just like
That's how it works, I think.
stop breathing.
Stop breathing.
Man.
Would you
Stop
guys-
fucking breathing.
Would you guys take $10 million if you had to eat
Yes.
only cat food for a year?
I'd do that.
For $10 million?
Could
would you
I
do that?
pick the cat food
Nope. They give you literally the cheapest cat food they can find.
for $10 million?
No, I don't know.
And I could only eat cat food?
Yep.
I
You can drink whatever you want, but you
Um,
can even drink protein shakes and shit. If
I'd
you
probably
need
put
that.
into a protein
really?
shake.
Well,
For $10 million?
Yeah.
For a year, though?
Survive a year.
Would I have good health care? Would I have to pay for it?
I mean, the only stipulations in this hypothetical is that you need to eat the cheapest cat food. That's
can I only
the
drink
stipulation.
protein?
Can I just like, yeah? Can we just live off of like Soylent Green?
No. You
And like
You have
have
to-
a
I'm gonna-
side.
I think
I'm
you.
gonna
I
take
think I
away-
mean
You can't drink
Soylent, not
protein
Soylent
shakes.
Green. Those
Okay,
are two very
since-
different things.
since you guys are
Soylent Green, dude.
Soylent Green is people.
Humans.
Soylent
Since you
Green,
guys- I
Soylent
love
is
humans.
soybeans. I do too. I love hugging humans.
Since you guys are trying to weasel out of this, I'm gonna make it more defined. You can only drink water,
For
Probably
10 mil?
and
I don't know, dude.
don't worry about if you'll be malnourished or not.
They're gonna put that
Could it
vitamin
be?
you die?
Okay, would it be dry or wet cat food?
whatever they choose. I guess.
Whatever the cheapest would be. So I think the
Dry.
cheapest would probably be dry.
I can do dry food. Yeah.
You
I
can do that?
Yeah.
I-
Okay, it's just tasteless, like crunchy matter. I mean, if it
Yeah.
was wet, it's way different. Dry, you can just be like, oh, I'm eating shitty crackers every day. You know what I mean? Like shitty Chex Mix, essentially.
well, that's
I told for
every
10
day.
mil. Oh yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that for $10. Like, you know what I mean? Though, like, who cares?
As long as they have like the essential like nutrients and shit for
Is there any cat
survival.
food?
I do. You want to try some?
Yeah, give me some cat food.
Like,
Yeah, I'll give you guys a play-by-play. Can I have a glass of water as well? Thanks.
Are you actually gonna do this?
Why not? What's your cat's name?
Like it's pretty.
Well-
It's pretty. It's not cheap cat food, so you're not getting the whole. Like,
Can I have a glass of water?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I'm glad. Okay, so this is actually pretty good. This one minimizes hairballs and maintains a healthy weight, which is good because I've been trying to watch my figure and stop vomiting a pear.
From now on, we have to make each of our special guests eat cat food during the show.
I mean,
Yeah, sure, I don't care.
Oh, today I'm gonna be eating. Turkey is the first two ingredients. Let's look at the ingredients. Oh wait.
So it's not processed turkey.
Ingredients: turkey, brewer's rice, corn gluten meal, poultry byproduct meal, soybean meal, whole grain corn, fish meal, dried yeast, salt, spinach. All right.
Here, I'm gonna put the glass of water right here.
Thank you.
Um,
Oh, that's a lot. We're just gonna.
I can share some.
Okay, thanks. I'll get some of your cat. All right.
Hey, Sadie, here.
Nice. I'm gonna get a nice little handful here.
There you go.
All right, so I'm gonna be eating. This is a Snastcast recommended cat food for
Brad,
your
you want
diet.
to try some?
This is
I wanted to watch you guys
John?
eat some
I
first.
wish we had cameras set up.
This
no,
is
I'm good.
This
I don't
is
want to eat
Purina
cat food.
One.
We can
no
take a photo,
advantage.
put it on like Instagram
That-
or Facebook or
Like
something.
the thing is people live indoors, so indoor.
I do live
advantage-
indoors and I work indoors, so this is indoor advantage. This is good.
Yeah,
I'm at an
this is-
advantage now. Are
this
you
is
gonna eat
good
this
for
with me?
us. Of course I am.
No,
I'm
you
also gonna.
gotta put it on the Snap
Hey
story.
Snapchat, we're gonna. Oh shit! Hold on. I gotta get this ready. I gotta get fucking gonna eat this shit. Okay. Hey Snapchat, I'm here with the first review of the new reviews I'm doing. This is a review of Purina One Indoor Advantage Turkey flavor. So yeah, let's get going.
Let's do this.
Why don't we have a Snapchat and call it Snastchat?
Do you want to
Snapchat
link your
chat.
Snapchat in the podcast?
Probably won't add people. I could just save the video.
Yeah, do that.
All right, we're gonna be eating this. So
yeah,
let's
I
go.
Oh my god.
No.
What is it? Does it taste like wood chips?
No.
No.
You know how
I can see the regret already.
I just feel.
You know how a barn smells?
That's how it tastes.
It's like that SpongeBob episode where like they all eat the cat food and they just slowly turn into cats.
Like
Snails. I mean.
No, they get don't they get shot with a needle?
Yeah, they get shot with a needle and then they start.
Oh my god.
And, yeah.
it has
So
a
we
really
like-
minerally aftertaste.
Like Megamorph.
That
Yeah.
episode has a
Doesn't
really
it?
dark ending.
Yeah, it's
Is that
very-
canonically? Is that the last episode of SpongeBob? They all ended up.
Oh no.
You okay? Could you do that for a year, dude?
For 10 mil? No, I'd kill myself.
How much would you demand?
Billion.
Oh, $1 billion?
Yes.
Like it
Holy
tastes.
shit.
It's not that bad, but it's still. It's like after
the
fact.
aftertaste
aftertaste
is
is
just
really bad.
not recommended.
All right,
Not
okay.
recommended. Oh fuck. Oh my! It's just like eating that made me feel really bad.
It was almost like it was a bad idea.
You know, also, you know the feeling when you eat really like greasy potato chips and it kind of coats your mouth.
Oh, it's
There's
doing
a-
that.
There's
It's doing.
because I feel like there's a good amount of fat in there because cats need like.
God.
I think maybe after the first, maybe after at least the first few days, you could probably get a little used to it.
No, man. This
I
is.
think you could.
God, it tastes like a barn. It tastes like
It
a whole
does.
barn smells.
But imagine if you were
That's what I'm
starving.
saying.
God, give me some more.
You imagine you were on the edge of starving to
Fuck.
death.
Jesus. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely decide if I was starving.
ever, but oh my god.
Do you think that would taste good at that point if you were starving?
Probably.
It might.
You got used to it. You feel like 8 different birds.
Well,
you
the
know?
thing
Like,
is,
From
that-
birth, like you feed your baby's cat food.
If you're feeding your baby cat food, you are not a good person.
like,
But hey, your baby gets like used to it, you know, and it's really
Yeah.
cheap.
The baby's used to it, man. Come on.
Hey,
Like-
yeah.
What are you,
after-
CPS?
the baby would love the cat food.
Do you have like
It-
gum?
Do you guys want to try Fancy Feast Delights next?
No, I think
No.
we're done eating cat food for a
I want to eat more
while.
cat
I
food.
can,
I want to eat more shit.
I
No,
can
but
make you some green tea. If that
that would be acceptable. Do you have any mouthwash?
I might.
Oh god, the burps.
What do you think, John?
Oh, it's like mixing with the sandwich I had.
I think I do.
You do?
Sometimes I do.
Really? Yeah.
When I feel like it.
Hey, alright, me
It's
too.
not good.
Yeah.
It's not.
Like,
It's not the worst.
the best way I can describe that is it's just like a role playing reference. I don't know if anybody would get it, but it's like It's like in role playing. It's like in role playing games where like, if you see or do something terrifying or like things you shouldn't do, you roll like a dice to see how much sanity points you lose. It's like that's pretty much like it was like lose 2d6 sanity. Like I was eating that and felt my mental health get low for the period of when I was eating that. It was not good.
Sit down,
No,
sir.
but,
I'm cleaning my ears out.
Take a load off.
but it oddly felt nutritious in a way.
Oh, can I have that hot?
Well, yeah, that's basically
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what
gonna
pet
make
food
it
is.
Thank you.
Pet food is just straight nutrition. Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. You know, I would not give that a good review.
It's like drinking protein powder, you know?
Yeah, except protein powder tastes like it just tasted. How do you eat this?
Now it's anything else.
Look me in the eyes. How do you eat this? How do you
Looking at the cat.
No, the thing is, like about every day, give her some wet food too.
Yeah, well, they need much food.
Yeah. So cats love wet food. So
They don't get a lot of moisture in their diet. They don't drink water a lot because they're desert animals. So you need to get them wet food to get their bodies healthy. Dry food's really bad.
that's what those are doing there. Those have cheddar in them. I don't like that. Might be good. Like heat it up, it might be.
I don't think. I like a cracker. It's like a pate. Yeah, it's like a pate.
Beef and cheddar pate.
Ah!
Hey, did we... Brad.
Yep.
I mean, everybody. Did we watch the new Blade Runner?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we.
Dude, what did you guys think of it?
Sorry.
I thought it was really good.
I need something to play with. Thank you.
That works. What'd you guys think of the new Blade Runner? Wait, has everybody seen...
Look at that.
Has everybody seen the original?
I have.
I have.
Did you guys prefer the original or the new one?
I like them both for different reasons. Fuck. Maybe, I don't know, man. They're both very different movies. The new one was very modern and darker, but Harrison Ford was just kind of bad.
He was the only... That was the weakest link in the movie, was Harrison Ford, and he was only in it for, what, 15 minutes, 20 minutes at most?
Well, that's.
And it didn't ruin anything. It was totally totally serviceable.
It's just, there was just something about it where I just didn't like. He seemed very, his character seemed very like.
Yeah. Well, the whole tone of the film was very dark, a very heavy atmosphere, a very slow pace. It was really, you just soak it all in as you're watching it, right? And then you have Harrison Ford come in, and he's just basically playing Harrison Ford.
He just seemed very senile, he seemed very.
He seemed more like Gary Busey than Harrison Ford.
I don't think he was that bad. I just think, everybody else was so much better that it just kind of.
It's funny how the fucking the robot that couldn't feel emotions had like more acting ability than Harrison Ford.
But Ryan Gosling was perfect to cast in that.
He was.
Because he has, not to harp on him, because actors have different strengths and different weaknesses and stuff. But Ryan Gosling definitely has a weakness with acting with his facial expressions. Because
he's very good for like stoic roles.
Yeah, very very good at stoic stuff, but not really. Would never be able to do like a really energetic guy. I don't think.
Absolutely not. Well, I mean, I think that's. Would you want to watch like fucking, like, we're gonna reshoot There Will Be Blood, but have Will Ferrell be the main guy? Like,
I'd watch that.
I would too, but not for like. Would you seriously watch it?
No. But yeah, Ryan Gosling was perfect in that because he plays an android. And the character is almost wondering, if it has feelings or if it,
It would just program that feelings?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good take on the... I like honestly... that the main character was a Reploid? That's from...
Reploid?
Sorry, Reploid is from Mega Man Zero. Or Mega Man X.
What's a Reploid?
Reploid is a Or Reploid? Was it Reploid? Or Maverick? I don't fucking remember. Reploid is like some other thing. Thank you.
Hot tea.
Hot tea for me.
Hot tea.
Like,
Bon Qui.
it'll probably burn.
I think if we're comparing the original and the sequel, I actually prefer the sequel. Just because the original, what it did really well was its atmosphere and its production design was amazing. But just the plot, to me, in the original one, it seemed like it was lacking certain functions in the story. Because I remember watching the original one, and I was just, the story's just kind of moving along, kind of without characters making it move along.
I will say, when someone, I'm like, oh, dude, like, one of my friends, I'm like, you gotta watch the new Blade Runner, and they were like, well, I haven't seen the original. I was like, oh, you gotta watch the original. What's it about? And I'm like, I could not tell you. It was about, like, robots, and there's, like, I could describe the scenery and music for, like, ever, but I could not tell you what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of agree with you there.
Like, pretty much the only thing I could say was about is just a robot trying to kill people, and then...
The new one, I think, was more mature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is...
I think the new one fixed everything mechanically with how it presents the plot and the pacing. It fixed all that was lacking in the original one.
I still want to watch the original.
Yeah.
I still want to. No, I want to watch the original theatrical cut.
With the narration?
I've heard it's really bad.
Dude, what they said... I think there was an interview with Harrison Ford where he said when they had him do that narration, he intentionally did it horribly because they thought they'd just throw it out, because he always thought that was a bad idea.
Because it totally does.
The only reason they added it in was because they had producers saying, oh, this is supposed to be a noir film,
yeah,
right?
It's supposed to have...
So you need the character to narrate like they do in the old noir films.
Well, it's the thing about noir
Harrison
films. Is it the
Ford
characters? Is it the scenery? Is it the, character
it's
fights...
the narration.
The one character, fights against everything and almost always loses?
Mm.
No, it's the voiceover narration.
It's the narration. Yeah. That's all it is.
The thing is, Harrison Ford should not be playing that type of character, like a fucking investigator, like sly.
Yeah,
He was good in the original about it. I liked Deckard in the original.
Well,
I
he
thought
didn't have much going on with him. I thought.
I felt there could have been better casting in the original.
And you know what's weird? He was portrayed as this. He's not really a detective. He's just a guy that hunts down rogue robots and kills them, which is really what a detective kind of. That they approach it from a detective angle, right?
Yeah.
But watching the original Blade Runner, there's not a lot. There's not a lot. Like there's one sequence where he goes to like the strip club place, and he's actually doing detective work, impersonating somebody to get information and stuff like that.
Well,
but then kind of after that, there's not much he really investigates. It's more like he runs into the clues.
Well, also like no. There's like that part in the beginning where he goes home and he's like looking at that weird computer for clues. And
there is
shit.
that sequence too.
And he's like enhancing the picture, looking in the reflection.
Also, didn't they do like the?
They did.
I just got that just now.
Yeah, although they did it in a much cooler way. Yeah. Wasn't he flying over the ruins or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. They did it a couple times. A couple things like that. But they're like, oh, pan left, go up and left or
But
something.
everything in the last third of the original Blade Runner, it really wasn't him doing any detective work. He was just kind of running into things to propel the plot forward.
Which is very weird for a noir, because I think noir, I don't watch a lot of noir or read a lot of it, but like from what I've heard, it's like very like the character kind of does everything themselves and isn't graced by like a higher power. It's almost like everything's against them kind of thing.
Yeah. There was just like inconsistencies in the original Blade Runner that kind of affected the experience for me, and I feel like this new movie, it was totally smooth.
I like the new movie a lot better.
Yeah.
I think honestly I'm kind of nostalgia blinding over it because it was an 80s. It was like one of the original cyberpunk films.
Right.
Yeah.
And Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner is just this huge milestone in sci-fi too.
Yeah. Like the whole like atmosphere they kind of created.
Yeah, the whole idea that they took the future and made it all dirty and shit, and made the...
It made it very dystopian.
Which came first, Alien or Blade Runner?
Alien.
Probably Alien.
Okay, because I think Alien was one of the really first ones to do that dirty... It's the future.
In movies anyway,
it's the future, but it's dirty, practical,
it's not
technology.
shiny chrome, it's like industrial and...
Which I like.
Grimy.
I really like that.
I like, honestly, one thing that I would like to talk about that I just don't see enough of is awesome. It's, you know the term Grimm, right?
No.
The video game is Mirror's Edge.
Yeah.
Where everything is perfect and seamless and chrome and shiny and white, but it's really fucking dystopian.
Yeah.
I think Grimm Bright's really cool. Like, everything is super nice looking, but it's just terrible. Like, it's oppressive government forces.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense because it's like, if you, like... Here's the thing, is it's like, if you really... I mean, not to get, like, too political here, but it's like, if you're trying to do something shadowy, or bad, right? You're not gonna make it super industrial and scary looking. You're gonna dress it up as normal and fine and funny.
You're talking in the context of Grimm, right? You're talking about?
Just in
Well,
general. I mean, like, it's like if you're gonna.
Well, that really depends on your tone. I mean, if it fits to make
For the populace, right? I'm saying if there was a
Oh, you mean in real life?
In real life, I'm saying if
Yeah.
you think about it, if there was like not a dictatorship, but if like a mega corporation like Google, took over, or like Facebook took over,
They have a big like Gothic skyscraper as their headquarters.
it wouldn't be like that. It would be like this is the future, and yeah, guess what? It's like, and now it'd
be very ergonomic, very new age, very not traditionalist kind of.
Yeah, it'd be very like, we're doing this for your safety, for the future.
And we're having fun doing it.
Yeah, exactly. It's I think that's very neoliberalism.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to get political, but I'm just saying, like, that idea of just having something that's so dark wrapped in a nice, neat package is very intriguing to me.
Yeah. Almost like if you bought an iPhone 8 or something off eBay, you open the box and there's just a fucking tarantula in there.
Exactly.
It's like nice, clean packaging, but you open up and there's a gross monster inside.
John, what if you bought a phone and a tarantula was inside, like a live tarantula?
I would seriously. Hopefully, I'd react fast enough to close the box and just throw it in the trash.
John.
But if it like jumped out and like crawled under my chair, I'd just burn my house down.
What if it crawled into your pants leg?
Oh my! I think I might pass out from fucking fear.
So I have a question. I was talking to Sam about this, and I want to get this commissioned. I want to make an anime or a manga/anime romantic comedy about a monster girl, a tarantula monster girl, falling in love with you.
No.
And she's super cute.
Please.
And fucking loves you. And she's like, she grew up in your room and now is like, a Spider Woman.
What? She grew up in my room? What?
She's
from an egg and then.
Yeah, in your room, and like living in your bed and like ate little scraps and shit, and then now she's like a full-grown woman, and she's in her mating period, and she doesn't have much time left because I don't know how long spiders live for. But she's like, she wants you really bad.
I flat out refuse. I flat out refuse immediately.
Even if she let it stick her, and you'll eat her big old spider butt, spider pussy.
That'd be the least.
John, you're telling me you don't want to pound some primo stanky ass spider pussy?
My dick would be an innie.
John. But like, minus the spider parts.
If there was a woman growing in my room,
no. Here. I'll show you what I mean. Not like a gross, like terrifying, like
not giant.
Not like Dark Souls spider like Quelaag. I'm talking like an anime spider.
Like
girl.
it's a normal. It's
like I'll show you what I mean.
It's like my ideal attractive woman, 10 out of 10 on top. But then wait, does she have a pussy where she meets the spider body, or does she not? It's just a spider pussy. It's just a spider genitalia.
Do spiders have vaginas?
I don't know.
Spiders have pussies?
I think they do. I think they do the fish thing where
they must have something.
Like this, like she
I don't know what they do.
I'm trying to find a cute.
Are you trying to find pictures of spiders for me?
Like this, like you wouldn't fall in love with her. I showed him a fucking picture, and he visibly looked at it and recoiled.
I saw the legs and the round body, and I was like,
she's a little cute. She's like, John, I love you, John.
No,
that would actually be really
no.
fucking creepy.
No, I'd kill it.
She's a little cute little.
I'd fucking kill it, man.
Little spider. It's like. I don't know.
Dude, there was this one time.
It's like spider, like little spider girl.
There was this one time I went to a zoo, and it was in like the rainforest section of the zoo, and there was this guy standing in the walkway, and this fake, like tree trunk. This wood.
You wouldn't fuck this.
Stop.
Okay,
Stop. But anyway, this guy was basically showing off a tarantula in the zoo.
Okay.
And I didn't know. Everybody was crowded around it, so I didn't see what was there. So I'm like, what is this dude talking about? And I go up there, and then I just see like a tarantula in his cage or whatever, and I freak out. I fall backwards and hit my head on the handrail, And
then a girl runs over and she goes, "Are you all right, sir?" And she's blushing, and you go, "Yeah." And you look, she's big old titties, big old milky mommy GF titties.
She put them in my face, and
then she goes, "Are you okay, sir?" And you go, "Yeah, I think so." And you stand up, and boom, you're like, "Wow, this is a." And then you see she's a spider body.
Wow, the plot.
I'd rather not live in that world.
I thought you were just gonna say, "I'd rather not live."
Yeah, well, yeah. If I lived in that world, I'd seriously consider not doing so.
Snastcast listeners, I want you to email John, and I want you to ask answer me. Would you fuck a spider girl?
You know, I'm the one that edits these, right? So I can just cut that out.
Why would you?
John, would you spuck a fighter girl?
No, I would not. I mean, the only way.
Would you fuck a spider girl?
If it was anything like the girl that you showed me,
Yes.
I would try it.
Hey man, I'll try anything once.
I'll try it, okay?
You know, I'd consider it.
The only way I'd consider it is if she was completely obscured and it was only the orifice that I could see.
So you just like fuck her mouth?
Yeah.
Fuck her little.
That'd be the only way I can.
Would she have like fangs?
Yeah, she has like cute little fangs. She'd love to bite you.
John, this is what you can do. You can just like take a horse costume.
Take a horse cock.
I literally thought you were gonna say take a horse cock, and I was like, I mean,
Take a horse.
Stretch yourself out a little bit.
You take a horse costume and you just put that on top of her spider body.
What?
fucking. So her lower half is still a spider, and then her upper half is just a fucking horse.
She just.
No,
Wait,
her
what?
body-
Sorry, I'm imagining like this fucking like there's this like big titty girl. Her bottom is like a spider, and then she just has one of those fucking like shitty Amazon horse masks.
Would you fuck that?
Can we please get off the topic of spider things?
Fine. My mouth. Thank you for that green tea. I still taste the cat food.
Has it mingled with green tea?
Yeah, you could totally do that for a year. You could totally do that for a year.
God, it would honestly. I think
$10 million.
I think eventually I'd be like, oh, fine, and then it'd be like, all right, you can eat a burger, and be like, oh, I mean.
You get the burger. You do have to. You're too used to eating the cat food.
Yeah, so now I'm just become like a
honestly,
degenerate eating cat food. And like, but the thing is, like, I spend all my money, and I'm like, I get like really good cat food from like fucking like Peru or like fucking Japan or something.
From like Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Well, like premium cat food is like real food.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Well, there's you can go to the like specialty pet stores and you can buy like this stuff that's pretty much it's just frozen meat, but it's like formulated for cats, and it's just like really good for them. We fed my cats that for a while, but it's really expensive.
Like, I would eat that for you.
Oh, totally! I totally eat that. Fry it up, a little burger, make tacos out of it.
Like,
lasagna.
no problem. $10 million.
Lasagna.
Did anybody do anything exciting today?
I worked and went here.
I read
Whoa.
60 pages and wrote an essay.
Nice.
I watched my first John Waters film a couple days ago.
John, what did
made
he
Pink
do?
Flamingos.
Pink Flamingos. I've heard of it.
I watched Crybaby. It was fucking.
I like that.
What's that about?
I did too. It's about. I liked it. Me and my roommate watched it because it's a rockabilly movie, but it's
Wait,
it's
what year is it from?
1990.
Okay.
But actually it's really great because the first scene is like this like doo-wop kind of 50s music, and then like all the characters are just getting inoculated by this big fucking needle. And they're just getting like injected with this shit. It's just like this like.
Oh, it's like a musical kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a musical, but it's really great. And then like all the characters just walking up and they're like fucking like taking off their shirts. There's big fucking needles being jammed. It's really weird. It's good though. I liked it. It definitely is like the character. It's a loving parody. You can tell. Like it's supposed to mimic kind of like 50s.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be like Grease.
It takes the style to the extreme, but doesn't do it to demean it. It just does it to kind of honor that.
Right. I mean, it's by the. Have you seen Hairspray?
Yeah, I know.
It's by the guy who made Hairspray.
Is it essentially Hairspray, but with obviously a different plot?
No. I mean, it's a similar style, but I mean, I enjoyed it, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I like musicals. I really do. I think musicals are cool.
Yeah, I'm iffy on them.
I like them if they're good. I've actually never seen Les Mis though.
Yeah, they're definitely a different type of entertainment.
What else did I do? Oh yeah, Saturday night was wild for me. I was like, alright, gonna go out to my hometown, hang out with some of the bros. And then I spent my evening, I hung out with my mom and drank margaritas, and then I watched cartoons and went to bed at 1 in the morning. It sucked.
Sounds like standard American lifestyle.
Yeah, no, it sucked. I'm not going back to that. I'm not going back to the hometown for a while. You guys can come to the city. There's more to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, Zerg lives in the city. Most of us live in the suburbs.
I moved on from that. I'm a city slicker now. I'm more cultured. I'm smart. I drink craft beer. I ride a bike.
We're recording this in Jake's apartment, so he lives in the city too.
I
Yeah.
live near this, not really in the city, but like
I'd say
right
this
on
is
that border of the city.
This is the border. This isn't the city, man. This is like the outer line suburbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still consider it the city because I live in not the city. So
Me too.
Yeah, it's
Like if you can take a bus and in 20 minutes be in the city, then I guess.
yeah. Well, you can take a bus from our hometown actually to the city.
Yeah, but it takes.
It takes
forever.
forever, but I've done it.
That's
it
the
sucks.
thing. Like here, it's 20 minutes.
yeah, when I was
take
a
a bus and
when I was a little kid, where I would want to live would be, you know, in the city. I was like, wow, the city's so cool. There's so many people, so many things around, and there's technology and stuff. It's great. And our grandparents live out in like a small town. So whenever we go out to visit them, I'd always be like, ugh, I can't play video games. I can't go online. This sucks.
Do you want to live in a small town?
And now it's the complete opposite. I would hate living in the city.
Living in the city is its own.
I mean, live like in the city, like in a fucking
That would suck.
I can't.
apartment
Downtown?
It like downtown.
Yeah.
I would hate living there.
There's like suburbs in the city you can live in though. They're actually really nice. I know what you
I'm
mean.
talking
It's
about the city life of like you live on the 16th floor.
also like penthouse New York shit.
yeah.
Oh,
I think I would
I'd
hate
do it,
that.
but I wouldn't do it forever. I mean, I don't know. I don't
mean,
wanna
if I
live
was
in, like,
if I was living there to like do like if I was working on some sort of
project.
project, I would like that. But in general, I would much prefer to live out in the country, just because you get your own space and.
I like
I'm
living
gonna move
in
up
the city,
north,
though.
I think.
I don't know, man. It's just like
Nice.
I like up north, but just yeah, there's something about it that just kind of like small towns kind of depress me. Like it's just there's something about Midwest small towns. Like in a way they're nice, but also just a lot of the people I wouldn't really get along with.
You generally just be doing your own thing, though. I mean,
Yeah, that's true, I guess. But I don't know.
Yeah, if you're gonna move to a small town, you need to
you need to have something to preoccupy yourself with.
You need to get to know
Tell you
what kind of people live there.
I would live in a small town if it was like in like the American Southwest or something. Somewhere where I could ride like a motorcycle or some shit all year round and have like a lot of land and like guns and shit. I would do that.
You can do all that up north.
Can't
in
ride a
Minnesota.
motorcycle year round.
You can't?
No.
What do you mean? They ban that?
No, you want to, dude? You can't. I mean, you can't really ride a motorcycle in like December or January.
Oh, okay.
Like,
You're talking about winter.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all year round.
I can't wait to get my motorcycle.
Oh my god! Before I die, I need to be driving a fucking manual muscle car down a desert road, blasting stoner rock.
We can do that.
With like a goddamn bottle of Jack in the center
We can do
console.
that next year, dude.
Maybe
You
not necessarily
die.
drinking it, but just to have the aesthetic of that.
So you could be drinking the Jack. The thing is, you could do that before you die, and then you could do that. You die shortly after.
And then your
You
eyes
start
pop out of
driving.
your.
Okay, I don't.
Your eyes pop out of your head and it goes. Wow.
I don't.
Fucking go. Yeah.
I don't mean I drink and drive, but I'm just imagining this album cover of this dude with a leather jacket, and you know those old skateboard designs where it had like the gross green purple creatures that, like their eyes were huge. And
Ratfink. That's called Ratfink. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what Ratfink is. Yeah.
yeah, just like that kind of album cover of this dude in like he's oversized in this muscle car hanging out the window with his tongue flapping out 3 feet behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like rockabilly stuff.
Yeah, I
That's like.
I want to gun a fucking
sorry,
muscle car down a desert road.
No,
Not
totally.
quite.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to get so. I just have this thing where like, what I unironically really like rockabilly. I love the music. I love the style. But like, people have kind of taken this thing where like me and my roommate kind of talk about it, and we talk about how like, rockabilly to me is just like dressing a certain way and like listening to certain kind of music. But like, for a lot of people, it's become like a caricature.
Yeah.
It's like, let's go to the malt shop in our fucking original American muscle cars and
Yeah.
my leather jacket, and like, it's just like,
Well,
it's
as-
so tacky.
As somebody completely removed from how the culture even functions of rockabilly, I view it as like to me, it seems like a fun novelty kind of aesthetic rather than a lifestyle.
Yeah, no, it is. But to me, it's like it's not a life. I wouldn't say it's a lifestyle for me, but I just like the clothing, I like the fashion, I like the music. I hate psychobilly a lot.
What's the difference between rockabilly and psychobilly?
Rockabilly comes from the 1950s, like rock and roll movement. Actually, a lot of rockabillys will call themselves rockers, or like that was like the term in like the 50s and 60s. And it's a culmination of like at the time like hillbilly culture and rock and roll and shit. And then psychobilly was this weird revival. I think it was in the 80s or 90s where it was like influenced by punk rock, and it's like really it's where you get those like, you know, like werewolf zombie girls who have like 50s clothing on, like, you know, the dudes with the huge bright purple pompadours,
like the very characterized, very
yeah, it's
extreme. Yeah,
it bugs me. I don't know, cause like I don't know. It's like I genuinely really do like rockabilly, and a lot of people are like, "Whoa, you must be like it like ironically, right?" And I'm like, no.
I just don't know anything about rockabilly personally.
My roommate's a really good person to talk to about it. To me, I'm more like 1950s culture, and just kind of, I don't know. There's just something that draws about it to me, just because like
To me, when I see stuff like people with big pompadours and, you know, leather jackets and all that, like the blue jeans and shit
rolled up. Yeah, well, it's
when I see it, it just, to me, it feels like soft, kind of. I don't know how to really explain it, but it feels like a classic kind of.
It's just like a caricature.
Yeah, it just seems like a caricature.
Right.
But
well,
I can definitely see how people would get into that kind of style.
I just like it because to me it was just to me it's like I'm more of a. I appreciate a lot of modern fashion. I do, but the thing is, for me, is it's like I like kind of how older like men in the 40s and 50s were portrayed, and like a lot of, and it's great. Like honestly, a lot of clothing now is very androgynous, and it's very for like tall and thin people, and it's very like smooth kind of people, and you know what I mean. It's like that's cool for those people, but like I go to Forever 21, and I'm like, I look around, and I'm like, this is not me, like, you know what I mean? It's just, but it's like, for some reason, when I put on vintage clothes and I dress in a manner that I really like, you know, that is usually like 1950s style, it feels really correct to me. It feels very comfy. I feel very like confident in clothing like that.
Yeah. And I can tell you, it does really fit you.
No, totally. It's just,
I don't know what it is. It's just, it just seems like it fits.
Yeah. It's because I just like it.
With how your hair is, and I don't know, maybe your face structure.
No, exactly. That's the other thing, is the face structures. It's like, also I feel like it's more, granted though, like I said about the tall and skinny thing, look at fucking, like, a lot of those people, they were tiny. But I mean, also, it's just, I just like how it looks, I like how it feels, I like the music. By the way, if you don't know really what rockabilly is, look up, an artist that I recommend to people that's very modern and good is, the Reverend Horton Heat is really good. Look up the song. I'm sure you play Guitar Hero, Psychobilly Freakout. Look up the song Bullet by Reverend Horton Heat, and you'll see exactly why I like it.
You're into 50s, 60s, 40s?
50s. Yeah, 40s and 50s.
40s and 50s.
Yeah.
I'm more into 70s, kind of late 70s.
I can totally see that. You totally, like, I literally thought about this. I was like, dude, I think I was really stoned, or like maybe it was on acid. I think it was. Have we dropped that yet, or do you want me to just talk about that?
I mean, that should be. Yeah, we can talk about that.
So, me and John are degenerates who do drugs.
Yeah.
A lot of drugs.
Yeah.
I love doing drugs.
You're good for that crack after this, right?
Oh my god! I just want to freebase some fucking brown in my
No.
nose.
Okay. So, for me, I limit it at the most intense stuff I do is psychedelics, and even then, I limit it to acid.
Acid is.
I'll do acid, mushrooms, and that's really it. And then I'll drink and weed, and I don't do anything else other than that.
That's fair enough.
Unless you consider nicotine and caffeine, but
That's like every American.
yeah.
So me and John actually. By the way, if anybody listening has not done psychedelics, I
recommend them.
I do too.
But you need to be confident in that you want to do it. Because if you have
Exactly.
if you have doubt before you do a psychedelic,
Bad time.
you are. I mean, it's not guaranteed you'll have a bad time. If you're around people you trust and in a place you feel safe in, I think you'll be fine. But it's just when you do a psychedelic, you need to go where it takes you. If you resist at all, you're gonna have a bad time.
You just kind of have to roll with it. And also, I just want to say this is like, a lot of people like psychedelics is it's like, whoa, dude, there's like a dancing mushroom, and it's like, whoa, smoking a blunt. Whoa.
Dude, is that a fire-breathing dragon with a unicorn?
It's not. Literally,
what you see,
nothing like that.
Maybe you see shapes, grow and get smaller and kind of, go like that.
Colors are a lot different. They're a lot brighter.
Have you ever, if you've ever, like, in Photoshop messed with the hue setting?
It's like that.
It's like that.
Also, like, sound has, like, a different quality to it. I've never taken enough where I've, like, tasted purple before, but I've heard that's, like, a thing.
Yeah, I hear that's a thing, too, but
I've never had sensational change-ups like that.
I'm dubious about that.
Images can, like, move or, like, look different. Like, I remember I was looking at Magic the Gathering cards while on acid, and that was... Oh my gosh, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, we went camping at our friend's land, and that's where...
Perfect place. Do it in nature. Do it in nature on a nice day.
Nature in an area you're familiar with and people you trust, and it's
magical.
just
magical.
That was the best. That was the best trip I've been on out of the 3 or 4 trips I've ever done.
The worst I ever did was when I took mushrooms on Christmas, and I ended up at a diner at like fucking 2 a.m, and I was like, my eyes were fucking huge, and I was sweating like, freaking the fuck out. And then like they're like, all right, let's take a picture. You guys are regulars. We'll frame them up on the wall. And if you look, it's like Happy Christmas. It's like Merry Christmas from Flameburger. And if you look, I'm like looking at the camera, like kind of terrified, almost sweaty. My hair is all fucked up. My eyes are like.
You definitely weren't the worst person in one of those photos.
No, I mean there was a shooting there.
Yeah, that place is. It's a 24-hour burger joint, Flameburger.
It's beautiful. If you're ever in Minnesota, stop at Flameburger. Either of the locations.
If you're ever anywhere near the Twin Cities and it's 3 a.m. and you're like, I want a burger now.
Hit us up.
It's a classic place.
Except don't hit me up on a Tuesday at like 3 a.m. I'd probably be sleeping.
Would you wake up for them though?
What do you mean?
Like if someone like tried hitting you up.
If it was just like, hey, I want to go to Flameburger, be like, who is this? You'd be like, Mark. I'm like, who the fuck is Mark? And I go back to bed probably. But I mean, sorry, Mark.
If I was woken up to go to Flameburger, I'd either need a ride there. Like I wouldn't get up and get into my car to go buy a burger. I'd either ask for a ride or ask them to pay if they really want me to go to Flameburger and wake me up for it.
But the thing I was trying to say was like when I was on acid, I just kind of looked at John and I was like, I think I told you, I'm like, you would be so good in the 1970s. I was like, you would fit in so well. And the thing is, as I thought about it, I don't know if I'd fit in the 50s.
I think you would.
You think I would? Why? I'm not like...
You look like you would.
Yeah.
That's just how you look. I don't know. And how you kind of carry yourself, too. It just reminds me of like a kind of classic American.
Yeah, I just look at it's just I don't know. It's like not to go back to it a bunch, but it's just like I don't know. It's like I like kind of dressing more classically masculine and like having like like, there's skin tight and it's cool. It's like I'm not trying to be like that stuff's for girly boys, but it just doesn't fit me.
I think Jake would be the 90s.
You were the most 90s motherfucker ever.
Yeah.
And Brad would be the 80s.
80. Oh my god. I wish you were in the 80s. You could fucking see all those rock bands and you could fucking see...
I've seen most of the rock bands.
I know, but you could see them like when they were like just coming up.
Yeah, I'd
so
totally
you're
be in the 80s.
50s. We have 50s, 70s, 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
60s? I think Sam would be 60s.
I don't know though, because like Sam is, I would say...
It was pretty 70s too.
Sam is very 70s.
Yeah.
You guys are both 70s.
I think maybe I'm more late 70s and he's more early 70s.
I would say, yeah. He's, wow, yeah, you guys would be roommates in the 70s.
Yeah. Maybe we'll probably have him on as a guest too, Sam, our ginger bearded friend.
Yep.
He's not ginger, but he has like reddish hair.
We used to call him Redbeard in high school, or like people did at my school.
He has a big beard.
That's very big. I'm actually gonna be growing a yeard with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A yeard.
A yeard is a beard where you do not shave or trim for a whole year. I'm gonna document it.
Sounds like a big
I
commitment.
wish I could do that.
I'm trying to grow in my beard, and now it's kind of starting to fill
It's
in
starting
now.
to fill in. You should keep it up.
For a little while, like a week, it was kind of awkward because there were just patches, and I have a bald spot kind of right here.
It's a good name for a clown.
I tried
What
to.
about
Patches.
Bald spot.
Bald spot the clown.
I tried to do something similar to a Yeard, but like with my toenails. And
That reminds me. Have you guys ever seen like fingernail fetish porn?
Fingernail fetish?
Fingernail fetish.
Not finger fetish, but fingernail.
Fingernail fetish. Well, it's like nail fetish, yeah.
What is that, like nail clippings?
No, it's like usually the girls will have like really long. It's like really. I actually know of a porn star, but I'm not gonna name drop her. Really long hair, like down to her ankles, and like fucking long ass painted nails.
That's actually a fetish? I thought that was just a style. Or
I
I
guess.
thought that was
it's
just
probably
cheeks.
both. But what do you mean fetish? What do they do?
Well, it's just like very like long.
Just put
nails
them
that are,
together
like,
or something.
clicking and shit.
Like you don't get fingered by it or anything.
No, it's just like and they're all polished and shit. And, you know,
Yeah, there's a fetish for everything, dude.
There is.
Literally
No, there
everything.
is.
Yeah.
I bet there's a fetish for like
George
7/8
Foreman.
7/8 inch bolts. There must be a fetish. Someone must be into 7/8 inch
These bolts.
bolts.
There was a dude. I remember there was a dude on 4chan a while ago who talked about how he jerked off the floor tiles.
Oh yeah.
Would lick and jerk out the floor tiles.
And he was like really embarrassed by it and mad that people were making fun of him. And
I think his sister caught him and he was like really ashamed of it.
that was weird. That was one of the
That is
weirder
very
4chan
strange.
stories.
I can't think of an actual
But
thing
like
there.
what?
I honestly, they have an idea where it's like fetishes develop because of certain pathways in the brain being connected more than other pathways to like the thing that like runs your sexual kind of
Sounds
things.
pretty Freudian.
It is, but I mean, I don't know. I think also sexual fetishes are very they're very developmental.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Like that.
Like, why do you think I have a fetish for tater tots?
That floor tile guy.
Yeah.
How do you think he got his fetish?
Like
Did somebody maybe his mom or his dad beat him and it would be like his face would always be in the floor tiles?
It's that, or maybe like he would like maybe when he's like, I'm thinking maybe when he was little he'd like be like crawling on the floor and like dragging this.
Oh, that's probably what it is.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
dragging
it's like
his
a
dick
cold
on the
Makes a
floor.
lot of
kinda-
sense.
Yeah.
Cold kind of. I mean, when I was little, I just rubbed my penis on everything.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
Even the women.
Loved rubbing my penis on people.
Mhm.
Still
If there's
now.
a young boy in your house,
Rub your
there's
penis on.
no place that he hasn't rubbed his penis on.
Rub your penis on.
Like,
So you should probably not have a little boy in your house.
No.
honestly, the top cupboards probably like.
Yeah, I know. I
Those
test.
are-
I test this all the time. I walk around my neighborhood and find a little boy and be like, "Hey, you want to go to my house?" And then I secretly watch him, and he rubs his dick on it.
FBI, open up. Let's go.
No, give me 5 more minutes.
All right.
I need to get this little boy out of here. Like,
All right. Well, can you put him out the front door?
Like 18 more minutes.
Well, I can give you his left arm.
We don't negotiate. Yes. Actually, I'm getting word from headquarters. That would be a good start. Do you need a hacksaw?
Yeah, if you could bring one in, that'd be nice.
All right, just unlock the door.
Okay, click. Hey,
Here's the hacksaw.
thanks.
No problem.
Click.
All right. Well, just give us. If you want to keep that, just give it back to us. We would need it back by next week.
Next week I'm gonna be out of town. Is it okay if I bring it back in like 3 months?
That would be.
What's happening?
That'd be. Is that that's a child, right?
No, that's my dog.
Nephew.
That's my dog nephew.
Dog few.
Dog
Yes,
few.
my dog few.
So, would that be? So would that be your?
Honey,
My-
who's at the door?
My brother had sex with a dog and impregnated it. Yes.
All right, just checking. Yeah, if we don't really need. We have several hacksaws back in evidence. I mean, you can just drop that off whenever. We're not really gonna miss it.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so do you want this arm? Oh, hold on. This is the right arm. Let me just cut off this left arm.
Are you sure we can't come in? I can give you a hand.
No, man. I'm sorry. I'm just a really private person. I don't really like company.
Who's at the door?
Shut up, Mom. I'm cutting a little kid's arm off.
Keep it down. I'm trying to sleep.
Oh wait, that wasn't. That was my arm.
Look, maybe this is a bad time. We can come back. We can, let's reschedule. We'll be back tomorrow around the same time.
Yeah, this is just a really bad time for me.
No,
honestly.
I understand. Have a nice night. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah. See you guys.
Can
Bye.
I go home now?
Let's get a real little boy next time. It'll be more authentic.
Nice.
Jake's a little boy. He's the youngest.
Yeah, dude. I'm the closest to a little boy.
What's your favorite holiday, Zerg?
Mine?
Ooh-wee. I really like... Actually, you know what I really like? I fucking love New Year's. Even before I could drink, I love New Year's.
New Year's.
Just like, no one ever says that though. But
Yeah,
it's
you're the
just
first person I've heard that says New Year's.
There's something about New Year's when it's like it would remember I'd be like a little kid and like it'd be like snowing outside and I'd be like up all night or whatever and it'd be like kind of dark and snowing and then this like there would just be like me watching like the ball drop and then I'd have that like sparkling grape juice shit and be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and like my mom, because my parents would work and I wouldn't see them, my dad would be in bed because he woke up at like 5 in the morning, mom would be working out late, and I'd be like in the basement by myself like Happy New Year, like fucking like and I don't know, it was just something about it that was really fun and I still really like it. There's something about New Year's that's very magical to me.
Yeah, I remember enjoying New Year's a lot more when I was a little kid.
No,
There's something very special about starting, a new year because when you're a kid,
I never enjoyed it.
when you're a kid,
I always thought it was okay.
when you're a kid, the time always felt so much slower. Like a year would be a goddamn lifetime to a kid.
Yeah, that's true.
And now, like a week can pass and I can barely notice it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But my favorite holiday, it's either Halloween or Christmas. And I think for the feeling, I like Halloween more. Or
The aesthetic.
I don't know if we should have. You remember what happened in Sleepy Cabin when we had this discussion?
yeah,
That was
people lost
their
limbs.
minds.
What about you, Jake? What's your favorite?
My favorite, fucking Valentine's Day, dude.
Are you serious?
No.
I was gonna say, I'm like, wow,
Jake,
that's
No,
pretty garbage.
yeah.
I don't.
It's like low tier holidays.
Easter's
think-
pretty shitty too.
I think,
Easter's like the hand job of holidays.
here's some fucking eggs.
It's Christmas
and
at sloppy
like-
seconds.
No, I guess my favorite would probably be Christmas.
Christmas is
yeah.
solid.
But like the thing
I love
is
Christmas.
Halloween. I like the aesthetic of Halloween.
Just whenever
I like
Halloween
autumn.
Day, for me, Halloween Day always feels unique.
Like the thing is, my favorite season by as far as fall.
That's pretty great.
So
I like
that's
fall.
that's part of the reason why I like Halloween. Is it's like dark. It has like that fall atmosphere. It's kind of chilly, but it's not like too cold. So I like the atmosphere of Halloween a lot more. But like,
Fall to me is very, very romantic.
yeah,
Fall's very romantic.
everything's just so pretty.
It is.
Yeah.
But
I love you, Jake.
love you too, man.
Thanks, man.
But as far as like actually enjoying the holiday, I think Christmas.
Christmas is solid. What about you, Jungle?
Yeah, I was bouncing back and forth between Halloween and Christmas. And
I haven't watched nearly enough horror movies. I need to start doing that.
Yeah, I think now I like Halloween more than Christmas. When I was a little kid,
It's lame now.
when I was a little kid, Christmas was the
Fucking shit.
It was fucking awesome.
It was like, you get to go on it's like, hey, you want to go on vacation, play in the snow, and get free shit that you ask for?
Yeah.
Fucking the best thing ever. And you get to see all the, like, yeah, it was, and like...
And seeing those presents sitting under the tree for like a week.
Holy shit, that was
It's
awesome.
like, oh god, what's in there?
Now it's like, it's just like... Honestly, my favorite thing about Christmas is just
I
like...
like extended family.
I just like kind of like Christmas and hang out with people, and
Yeah, exactly.
I love, since I'm an adult, I can just save up and like, I fucking love buying gifts for people. Like, I love like really thinking about what someone would like and buying them a gift that they would just fucking go nuts over. And I plan on doing that this year. I remember one year I was getting like a decent amount of money when I was like a teenager, and I had I spent like $20 on like all my friends, which was like at the time when I was a teenager that was like,
Yeah.
that was good. I bought everyone records for Christmas. I think it's kind of neat.
Oh, what was the first thing you guys bought after you got your first job? Do you remember?
Yep, I do actually.
Mine was I went to the gas station and bought about $15 worth of candy. At least $15.
How old were you?
I think I was like... No, yeah, I was 18 when I got my first job. So,
I thought you
Or
were
no,
like
I might have
fucking
been-
14 in the paper route.
I might have been 17.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay.
So, I don't know. It was just like an impulse thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I have money now. I can impulse kind of shit.
I was literally just thinking about this earlier today while I was at work. I was like, when I was a kid, I used to like romanticize about having a lot of money because I could just go into fucking Target and buy all the candy I
Yeah,
want.
that's why I did it.
And then I thought, like, why don't I do that now?
Yeah.
I kind of thought, like, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could, right after I get out of work, I could just walk to Target and buy as much candy as I could possibly carry.
Like, I could do that now, but I'm just like,
Exactly.
Well, I just did it because I wanted to fulfill my elementary school dream.
I feel that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, after you get your first job and you have money, just do it.
I still buy stupid shit.
I bought, the first like major. I don't remember the first thing I actually bought. I probably like went out to eat or something.
I think I did
Uh,
too.
Probably
first
got like
time.
gas.
But
Not in his car. He just
you really well.
Yeah.
the first thing that I saved up with money from a job is the parts to my computer. that I'm still using.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's when I
yeah.
was
This is so
16.
weird. It's saying
I still have it.
so. It's saying I bought something on Amazon, but I don't remember buying it.
It
says-
a pocket pussy.
It was.
Uh,
How'd you guess?
It was
Spider
no,
Girl waifu.
Jake, it wasn't a pocket pussy. It was an own a hole.
Did I buy something with someone else's credit card? I think I might have on accident.
Oh, that's convenient.
No, I'm gonna cancel that. Cancel that.
You can buy it with my card if you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll give you the deets.
Do you think there's ever going to be a point in the future where we don't have fast food?
No.
But
Unless
it's
we're
gonna
living,
get
unless we're
faster.
living in
Some
like a
variation of
non,
it's here to stay, I think.
a non-capitalist economy is the only time I ever see it.
I think the only way it could be... I think the only way it's going to change is that they're going to start not having, defined locations everywhere. I think they're going to have a delivery service.
Just deliver everywhere.
It's like from
Yeah.
a big warehouse or
Oh,
something.
that's so bad sounding.
Well, yeah, maybe. Because, Google's doing their self-driving cars and shit.
Yeah.
So I think fast food places are just going to buy those and then just have one big warehouse.
Well, I would imagine that they would have like terminals where you could just go where you deliver stuff to and pick it up there.
That was
I can
there was
see
there was a
that.
thing actually in Idiocracy. There was like a Hardee's Carl.
I like that
machine.
movie.
The movie's fucking awesome.
Idiocracy.
It's so good.
Like,
if you haven't
that's-
seen Idiocracy, go watch it.
It's written by King of the Hill guy,
Is
Mike
it?
Judge. Yeah,
Wow.
It's not like King of the Hill at all. It's very silly.
I know. Have you seen Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah, honestly.
He did that
No,
too.
I have not. I'm a huge you know how much of a huge cartoon nerd I am. I
Yeah.
have not actually seen a lot of Beavis and
I'm
Butthead.
very surprised.
I watched a little bit of it and it's okay, but it's like it's just it's pretty good, but it's just like I don't know. It's very.
No, it's.
I need to watch more of it. I think.
I really haven't watched too much of it either, but Mike Judge said he wrote that show just because he was at an arcade one time and he saw two little kids acting just like Beavis and Butthead. Just going like, kill him, kill him, light him on fire, kill him. And,
It's good. It's good. It's good stuff.
that's all the show is. It's just what kind of situation can we put these stupid characters into?
And then is it Beavis? Or no, it's Butthead. Butthead always has the fucking. Who's the blonde one? Beavis? I don't remember.
No, that's
Beavis
Butthead.
is no. The blonde one is Butthead.
No, blonde.
Isn't the blonde one Beavis?
Bottom one's gotta be Beavis.
No.
Let's look it up.
Well, anyway, the one that always wears the ACDC shirt in the blood.
Yeah, I can't
they have like a
remember.
blood drive episode. And he's wearing a Slayer shirt for Raining Blood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty great. And Kill's kind of in that.
Let's get back to
Yeah.
the important thing here though. The future of fast food.
The future of fast food. Yeah. Well, I was saying they're gonna have like,
Drum service.
if everything was
yeah.
like exclusively delivery, I think they would have like terminals where you pick up your food at.
The thing
Yeah.
is I think part of the appeal of fast food is the idea that you can eat it in your house or at a different location or eat in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's just kind of nice, like when.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying is they would have like a place where you could just pick it up and eat it there. That's outside of your.
Yeah, there would
house.
probably still be physical locations. There just probably wouldn't be as many.
You'd be able to like order, different things at that same place.
Like,
Like
it'd be like
different, like McDonald's, Burger King, different. Like,
Do you guys have you guys ever watched Jimmy Neutron?
Yes.
I did.
Did you ever see the episode where it's the fast food place?
Sodium chloride.
And yes,
Sorry.
it's not salt; it's sodium chloride. And Jimmy breaks into the place overnight and makes it this huge futuristic thing. And
So like the 1950s
I-
style diner.
I remember it because when I was watching it as a kid, I really, really wished I could eat there because He updated it so that you just walk up to a camera, a scanner, and it scans your taste buds, and then gives you the perfect order for how your taste buds are aligned.
What if it scanned your taste buds and it got you something that you're like, wow, I didn't know I wanted this.
Exactly.
What was the point? It was
Well,
like
it's a guarantee that you're gonna eat the best thing you've ever eaten.
Beavis
God
was
damn.
the blonde-haired dude.
yeah, it was Beavis
Okay.
who had the fucking he had a hipster shirt on.
And Mike Judge voiced both of them.
Yep.
Yeah. Is King of the Hill one of the greatest cartoons of all time?
I fucking love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I would say it's full.
I would call it a classic. I would.
Well, the thing is that with King, they're rebooting it. I'm not sure how I feel about
They're
it.
rebooting it
Yeah.
with Mike Judge still.
I think so.
They better.
Yeah,
They
totally.
fucking better.
No, I won't watch it otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that what was so great about that show was I think it was like one of the only cartoons I can think of that is so grounded in reality.
Yeah. No, my dad lived in Texas, and he said that it was kind of scary watching that cartoon because it was so, like... It was so
true.
much... Yeah, it was so true to living in
Love how
Texas,
it's
like-
in
yeah.
a suburban neighborhood.
Dude, literally, like, if you ever have me on again, I will talk about the 70s were the worst period in history for animation. And you'll
Yeah.
say, Scooby-Doo! Besides fucking Scooby-Doo, which actually is animated like shit, there is, like, nothing good except, like, I don't know, heavy metal and, like, Ralph Bakshi's works. That's it.
Yeah.
Bakshi.
That was right when they realized, TVs were getting way, way, way more popular. Like, every house had a TV starting in the 70s.
That's also when
And-
animation was exclusively for children, was the 70s.
Yeah. So they did studies and shit, and they investigated, and they found that parents usually just drop their kids right in front of the TV in the morning before they go to school or whatever, and let them watch whatever. So they started marketing things to kids, and it's kids. So you don't need to have the best looking animation at all.
Don't
for
watch
kids.
anything.
You just need at least a unique character
You just
design.
need something there that it'll...
And
that
so
will-
they realized they could outsource this animation for super cheap, and they could make shows for super cheap, and they could just pump them out. As long as they're bright and colorful and have lots of music and shit and sound effects, they can have kids watch them. So that's why in the 70s you started to get all those really dog shit
It was fucking like...
cartoons. And then like in the 80s and onward, they started to realize, okay, they're starting to realize that this is shit. So let's kind of
70s or 80s were pretty bad too.
Talking about
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo,
80s weren't as bad.
a while ago,
I'm doing a lot
John
of
and
that.
I made the realization that Scooby-Doo is actually a small Asian man. But
Oh,
then
yeah.
they
think of how he talks.
yeah,
Ruby Roo.
like
puts an orange on
post-production,
Oh,
they animated
no.
Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
on top of the Asian man.
Yeah, our theory, which we've proven correct, we would list all the evidence, but we don't have enough time. But we've proven this correct. Originally, Scooby-Doo was designed as a very harsh Asian stereotype. He had a straw hat, he had the wispy mustache, he had the buck teeth, he had the round glasses.
He was really short.
He was really short. And basically what they did was they did studies and they found that he wasn't colorful enough and he wasn't relatable enough, so they made him a dog.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they already animated everything. All they had to do was just draw the dog over the... I mean, they even did all the voice work. All
Yeah,
they had to do was
exactly.
draw the dog over the little Asian guy.
And it was easy because he was so short. They could easily just put a realistic sized dog over the Asian guy.
Yeah, and that's how Asian people laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen Asian people on the street.
Same. Yeah. It's,
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
horrible. Just fucking awful. Fucking awful.
Just think about it for a second. Man.
I'd rather not.
Zerg, since this is we're getting toward the end, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And, we're not going to have you on again. So are there any little comments you'd like to make? Any regrets you have in life?
You dropped
Man.
this piece of cat food.
I wish my only two regrets were, man, I wish I ate more cat food, and I wish I had a spider GF.
I wish the exact opposite of both those things.
Do you wish a spider GF would feed you cat food?
My God, I would fucking kill for that.
You know what? Okay, if my coworker was like a spider girl, I would tolerate her. I may even be friends with her, but I'm not gonna get
What if she
romantically
was
involved.
like, what if she was like, John, she goes, oh, I need to fax these papers, and then bent over and you saw her fat ass spider ass and little fucking ripe for the taking.
John,
You could
do it right
smell
there.
You could smell the spider pheromone.
what if
My skin
somehow?
is literally crawling.
What if
Can we
somehow?
call the episode Spider Pheromones?
What if somehow the spider GF just like got rid of your fear of spiders,
Well, then that'd be great.
and then you live with her forever?
Well, then I guess it wouldn't be a problem because I'm not scared of spiders. But
Exactly.
I am scared of spiders, and I'd expect to still be scared of spiders if I saw it.
So if you were not scared of
Anthropomorphic
spiders,
spider.
you would be with you'd be with the spider.
Yeah, if I was a completely different person, then yeah, I guess I would.
To all the spider girls listening, good night. I love you.
Good night.
Good night.
Sleep tight.
Wait, Brad, say something.
Something.
Don't
Nice.
let the spider mites bite.
Let the spiders bite.
Wait, am I supposed to stop it?
Yeah, cut it out.
No, just keep it going.
Now, let's just
Alright.
do like a 10-hour podcast.
Spider bite hurt.
10 more hours! 10 more hours!
My favorite thing the chant was, I would be like you were like, you like Obama? And I'm like, no.
John, if I was a
Love
spider, you'd see my eggs.